protect this huge glass windows. Otherwise, you imagine the sunlight will come, the penetration of the sunlight. So what we did, we just chiseled this mass. We have just sliced this mass. So when we slice this mass, we eventually we reduce the weight of the concrete and we kept the function as it is. So when we slice this, again, project was talking to us. Now even I want to be sliced down. So this canopy was also, came into action, and that is how this terrace was also again came into action. That is how we have created this elevation. So most of the people, they ask us, oh, it's look beautiful, something, different, this triangle and all, but it is not that. It is not that. Okay, aesthetic is also important, but it has to be functional. You add some functionality to your aesthetics. Hmm? This is what meaningful is all about. So that is how we design this. And this project, of course, it is purely done in exposed concrete with this timber scaffolding, timber shuttering we have used in this. This looks very modern. Probably if I remove this all infrastructure and change the sky, nobody will believe that this is in India. So we didn't want to deviate from our Indianness. We wanted to have this Indianness with this raw concrete. Though it is such a modern material to use, we did interior with all salvage Indian traditions. This all ghada and all. So we'll see it in video.
Elementary brief was to have a very simple functional home for a very small family, and they were very creative people. The idea was to emphasize that concrete can be designed in such a way that it has an impact. Brutalism here means not dressing up the architecture. Context of this house also means honesty and authenticity, the true and honest form of the material that is used, that's concrete. We wanted to show that brutalism can be combined with Indian interiors as soft touches. Incorporating brutal in social housing ideals and also incorporating traditional Indian typologies results in neo-brutalism.
So actually, what is this cutout is, just underneath we have planted a tree. So later on it will come out of it and it will have a huge canopy over here. And this, since the balcony is towards southwest, we wanted to have this soft scaping here. So by doing this, we can reduce the heat radiation from the hard floor. Okay.
Lies to ensure that the plan is conceptualized to ensure that all the indoor living spaces, bedrooms, dining room, kitchen and living room have connections to the garden. We are proud that modern architecture blended so beautifully with our ancient traditional reclaimed designs that we incorporated. And we are extremely happy that we had such a bold client who had tremendous faith in us.
We had completed this project in 345 days before 1 year.
Next. This is a housing project that we've done, Urban Oasis. This is Gujarat's first IGBC Platinum rated green building. And as you can see, we have a film also to show you. But you know, to design a sustainable, green, energy efficient building following all biophilic features, means biophilic architecture, was so important. The approach was to reduce carbon footprints and to encourage multi-family needs. Multi-family needs means, you know, you have 3 generations staying together, you have 4 generations staying together. So you want to live in an apartment where all facilities are available. You have a library, you have a community space, you have space for elderly people to read or to get together, you have place for children to play. Everything is taken care of. And the central courtyard that you can see is surrounded by a pathway. So essentially, this building is designed in such a way that there is one entrance for the vehicles to go directly to the basement and one to the ground floor. Vehicles don't come in, you can walk in. So it's a no vehicle zone. So if children are playing or cycling or people are walking, taking their walks, no vehicles walk in. We also have green on the terraces because of the solar panels. Again, all the electricity or the needs for the general, whatever is the building need, general building need, is all facilitated by those solar panels, and there is a pathway under it for walking or jogging. So all amenities are taken care of within the building in very short, I'm telling you, because this building has, obviously, because if it's an IGBC Platinum rated building, it has a lot of research, a lot of data, but we won't get into it. We have a small clip to show you.
Just hold on. So normally, this of course, we have to follow the bylaws when you are designing for a developer. So what they ask, 20% COP, okay? In GDCR, Gujarat, they're asking for 20% COP, common open plot. He gave 102% greenery, not only 20, 103%. So more than the land area, we have created the green area. And there are 3 aspects. In all of our projects, we have covered 3 aspects, 3 basic aspects of the sustainability: social, economy and environment. So here also you can see this. Social connection is there. Economic, of course, we have considered it because here we have not used normal columns. We have gone for only, I'm talking about the structure, we have used only shear walls. And of course, environment you can see here.
So balconies, you can see, no plants. Now this is again grey water recycling, which is being channeled there. And there is drip irrigation, which is self-drip irrigation. So even if the people are traveling, plants are taken care of.
Even these flats are empty, but you see the greenery here. These flats are empty. Nobody's staying there. They're NRI, some of them. Still, the plants are there. Well, you can see the video now. And all the plants are native species, drought friendly. So even if there is no rain for 2 years, this will survive.
Encouraging birds to come in, obviously. Have natural species of plant, badam, fruits basically, then birds will come in.
Imagine this we have achieved in 50, even for in India, in Ahmedabad, it's a 50-degree temperature. Then also we have managed to this. Here you can see the biodiversity, how the natural species, natural trees, local trees are encouraging birds to make their nest here. See, otherwise if it is not local, birds will not encourage to come here. See the green you can see. If you are doing housing project, this is project to be seen. To visit this project, there are many things to learn about, because every city has its own bylaws, but we all share the common bylaws, a common GDCR, Baroda and Ahmedabad. So only how much projection we get? Only 2 feet. So imagine this all green vertical surface, we managed to get it in only 2 feet, the 2 feet projection. Now, now this is the project. I think it is very close to our heart. It is all about surrendering to the nature. For all of us, being a student, what is our biggest inspiration? Our biggest inspiration is nature. Okay, nature is our biggest inspiration. So when we were doing this project, this is basically the house which we have done for a spiritual leader, like a spiritual leader called known as Daji, and you must have heard about Sadguru and Sri Ravi Shankar Maharaj and all. So he's the personality like them. Okay, he runs a spiritual center which calls Heartfulness, which is in Hyderabad. So when we were designing this house, we did beautiful planning, beautiful elevation and everything. And when we started this project, we have realized that nature wants to mix dialogues with us. It is not allowing us the way we want to make. So when we dig the foundation and all, lot of rocks were coming out. And then we said, Daji, that we need to change certain change. He said, no, just follow the nature, forget about everything. So we just ignored the elevation what we made, we ignored the planning what we have made. We simply followed the nature, and all the materials what we have used, it's again as per our philosophy, all organic, all natural. It is all from Mother Earth. And even the plaster what we have used, that is from lime. You must know the attributes of lime. Have you studied lime? Lime has that one big characteristics, and that is absorbing CO2 from the atmosphere. So once the CO2 from the atmosphere goes down, temperature will come down. Okay, we all know how the global warming is happening because of the increment of CO2. But here, the plaster what we have used in the entire house, it is made of lime. And for this project, particularly for this project, you have to bear with us. You have to shut down the fan, because I wish, this is going to be a last film. I wish everybody should listen this speech given by Daji himself. You can search it out, Daji. And this Heartfulness Center, it is in Kana. They are doing great experiment with just for Mother Earth. Here also we have created a big sewage treatment plant. Sewage, okay? So big sewage treatment plant without using any machinery. Only the roots of the plants are cleaning the sewage treatment, which is cleaning the sewage water, and eventually you will get the clean water. It is almost potable water. Okay, even from your toilet flush, it is cleaned by the roots of the plants and trees. Okay, just bear with us for 3 minutes or 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
You can be yourself. You can be in harmony within yourself, with others in the family, guests, friends, family members are welcome without any conditions. Where our ancient tradition of Atithi Deva Bhava holds really true. It's not a physical place, it's a kind of attitude. Wherever you go and you are able to create that environment, wherever you are, that becomes your home. There will be inconveniences, a lot of adjustments. Unless love dominates in your heart, how will you adjust? We have a symbiotic relationship with trees. not only they provide such physical thing, they exchange their vibrations with us. All this nature is part of us. Bring in more and more into your life and see how life changes. We will go, but they will be there. They will share the vibrations that I shared with them. They will also be able to share my vibrations to my grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and so on. So they are actually a depositories of love. And that's why, even though many trees were coming in the way here, forget removing or moving the trees, we didn't even chop a branch. We adjusted the design, and you know Bhadri and Snehal bhai. See the rocks around that you see here, they were spread all over here, as they are only. When there was nothing absolutely, there were these rocks and the trees here. We didn't want to disturb this formation of rocks that was here. Nature created it, so I didn't want to interfere. In fact, these rocks in the Deccan Plateau, according to my Guruji, were the first rocks to emerge from the oceans. So they carry the original vibrations also of the creation. And when you do love nature, nature rewards you with manifold returns. This land that we witness is a completely barren land. This place is so dry that you don't even get 500 mm of water, which is even less than Rajasthan. Then we decided to plant lakhs and lakhs of trees around here. So we use a lot of charcoal. Charcoal retains nutrition. We use this property of charcoal because charcoal is used in every little thing. Charcoal is used in purifying water. If we can charge charcoal with fertilizer, we can retain fertilizer and provide it to the plants. We would buy water from surrounding villages and water them. And we would tell all our satsangis, each one plant one and water one each time you come. We are able to see nature's reward. Today, if you measure the temperature of this ashram and you measure the temperature of any place just 2 kilometers away from it, you see minimum 4 to 5 degree difference. Now we have minimum, I would say, 70 various species of birds. A lot of experimentation also has gone into it, how we can preserve water, how we can discharge water into the soil. And we did find that the quality, the yield doubles up or triples up. These trees, they retain spiritual charge. That's why we encourage people, plant more and more trees wherever you are. All these external things that we are aspiring, beautiful home, beautiful relationship, ever rewarding businesses, they have their roots in your heart. You can create your destiny. House is not the destiny. Relationship is also not a destiny. It is how you steer your heart. And only way to listen to your heart very clearly is when you close your eyes and be with your heart. Simple thing to understand that whenever we have gone wrong in making decisions, ask your heart, what was your state at that time? And whenever you have gone really right, heart will say, I was there with you. We are trying to nurture here that, whosoever comes here and do the tapasya should minimum find the benefit of getting liberation. Liberation means something that you should be able to experience here and now, in this life itself. So with that spirit and with such a dream, we like to nurture this ashram, where there is a lot of harmony.
as you saw, these are the fundamentals that we have gathered over the years of our practice, and we try to incorporate them. So creating narratives and exploring our contribution of our work, making our designs meaningful, keeps us happy. I think that's what keeps us going. Thank you so much to the whole team for inviting us, and thank you to Heartfulness Way of Meditation, which has helped us to be who we are. Thank you to all your teachers and to M.S. University, Hiral and Jaimin. Thank you.
સોરી હા તમને થોડા ગરમીમાં બેસાડ્યા પણ એ મારે આઈ વોન્ટ યુ ટુ લિસન દેટ સ્પીચ. તમારા મનોજ સર બી અહીંયા બેઠા છે. ઓકે, he also does good work, sustainable work.
You have any questions?
Done? કોઈ કઈ પૂછવું નથી? અમને નહીં આવડે તો વધારે સારું છે.
Hello. Hello.
જે ઓર્ગેનિક સ્ટોર વાળો જે પ્રોજેક્ટ હતો તો તેનું જે મટીરિયલ હતું that was very unique material, and I first time saw this kind of material in any kind of project. So can you explain the process again for that gobar to being the material for the project?
Gobar, you know gobar, na? Okay. हाँ, the gobar was selective. You cannot simply take the gobar from the street cows. The cow has to be well maintained, well hygiene, and the food which they are eating, that has to be good quality. Then only the quality of gobar will be good. We collected that gobar as a key product. Along with gobar, we put some hay, hay, which will reinforce the entire paste. So crack will not appear. Along with it, we also added some clay and S.A.S, again a natural glue binder, So that was the ingredient, and we have not done any rocket science. It was just our gesture. All the village people are doing this, okay, but we are fascinating by this Western people. Sustainable word is not Western. Sustainable word is actually belongs to us. They have borrowed, but આપણને પેલી ગોરી ચામડી કે ને એટલે આપણને વધારે ખબર. સસ્ટેનેબલ ઇઝ ઇન્ડિયન વર્ડ. વી આર યુઝિંગ અવર ક્લોથ્સ, ઓકે, જ્યાં સુધી ગાડીને પોતું ના થાય ને ત્યાં સુધી આપણે કપડા વાપરીએ છીએ. વી ઇવન યુઝ ફૂડ, સવારે વધેલું ફૂડ રાત્રે આપણે ખાઈ લઈએ છીએ. ઓકે, વી આર સસ્ટેનેબલ. એ લોકો ખાલી વાતો કરે છે અને એ લોકો આપણી પાસેથી શીખે છે. Okay, the same thing I told when I was doing my masters. I told our class that we are sustainable. You are just, borrowing our words and traditions. You are tracing it up. They are good in this, this documentation. But I think we should, proud of our tradition and our whatever our history. Go back and study our history. It is very important.
Anything else? Done? Yeah.
So, sir, it was good to see the project of that urban oasis which you saw.
The housing project.
Housing project.
So first part is that when you're designing, obviously you're following the GDCR, and how we have derived those buildings, Snehal will tell you. But challenges about the, we were with the developer, discussion हो गया था कि हम IGBC करेंगे. So a lot of research had to be done on the planning level, जब things were on paper. All the research had to be done then, documentation had to start from, even before you start excavating.
See, making a green building or sustainable building, okay? So there is difference between green building and sustainable building. That we'll discuss later on. But when you are going for this kind of sustainable building, these are just numbers, platinum rating, gold rating. It is all about common sense. And you have to document your common sense. That's all. It's nothing, again, we are taking it so seriously. Oh, green building, green building. See, even so many things around you are green, but it is not documented. And it is also about common sense, how you are applying your common sense. Common sense has to be documented, and once that documentation is submitted to this certain organization, they will certify it. That's all. There are many aspects, but that directly or indirectly we are doing it.
We need to follow their systems.
Yeah, we need to follow the system.
Which is very, very taxing.
And once you start practicing sustainability, just make a part of your life, which is actually, but we don't notice it, but you just make it more, publicized it. That will, I think, bring the awareness, and it will also, become easy for us. Good. So the green thing, vertical green thing which you saw, actually that was not mentioned in IGBC. Even it was not done, we were getting platinum rated. Then also we went above that. Okay, and what we did, the grey water, we recycled it and we put it in drip irrigation, and then that is how we grow this green, vertical green. So there is nothing more than platinum, so we didn't get it. But we did more than that.
Fundamentally, all the consultants have to work together. All of them. Okay? Thank you.
as we get winded up in forms, curves and aesthetics, it is important as future architects not to forget our roots to nature. You deepened our understanding to design taking in consideration biophilic architecture. We thank you, sir and ma'am, for providing us with new ways to look at a design.
Now I would like to invite Mitesh Panchal sir to offer token of appreciation to architect Snehal Suthar and Bhadri Suthar ma'am.
બહુ સરસ રિચનેસ આપણે આજે બધા પ્રોજેક્ટ એકથી અલગ હતા અને એમાં છે ને એકચ્યુઅલી આર્કિટેક્ટ નહોતા દેખાતા, એમનું કામ દેખાતું હતું. એમાં વાત એવી છે કે હલો એબ્સોલ્યુટલી વેન યુ આર અવેર ઓફ ધી સાઇટ, when you are aware of the climate and when you are aware of the aesthetical property of the material, you will be able to see and make sense. I think that is what learning that we should keep. So architect doesn't matter, project matters, and that is what the great learning is. Thank you again.
Our upcoming Atelier lecture is by Sachin Bandukwala and Melissa Smith, the firm Banduk Smith Studio, on 24th September. We warmly invite you for the lecture. And for today, thank you everybody for being such a wonderful audience, and thank you for both of you for enlightening us with this. Thank you so much.